We are now going to pick up the frame and frame swap the Tacoma. What's up, Tony?
Hey, man.
What are you doing?
Got it?
Look how beautiful that is.
Oh, yeah.
I'm assuming the new frames don't have the problems that the old frames do, or do they still?
Yes and no. They do, but they don't. I've seen people have issues with them, but I haven't seen the amount of issues. I think it's partially that people are taking better care of them.
This is a real thing now.
It was a real thing when we ordered it, dude.
I was so nervous when we ordered this thing. I seriously was.
All right, we'll see how this lifts. Okay, yeah, we're not gonna do that. Yeah.
I think the frame's broke.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Good right there.
Attempt number 2 at trying to lift this because the first time it tried to snap in half. All right, that's acceptable.
If it snaps in half now, will it ruin anything?
The nose will
dip
face
off?
plant.
So that would be bad.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at.
Yeah, it's kind of bad there. Look on this side too.
Ooh, yeah, look at that.
And you can tell it was patched here at one point because that's still solid right there. Obviously, there's nothing like. It's bad. So whenever I pick up the truck and lower it back down, the frame sags to whichever way it's actually sitting. So like right now it's sitting on all 4 tires, it's sitting like this. Whenever I start to pick it up, it goes like this.
It's bad.
It's very bad. Like I am very glad that I trailered it here and didn't have you drive it here. We knew it was bad, but we didn't realize it was that bad. Once I undo the trailer harness, then I disconnect the cab mounts, brake lines, and lower radiator hose, steering shaft, and up it goes. You sure you want this done right now? You sure you want this frame replaced?
Yeah, I feel like we're already this far into it.
I suppose.
That's a motor. I think it's a motor. That's a tire. Serious question. Frames are supposed to be able to let you poke your fingers through them, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you should be able to just stick your fingers right in there. That's how you clean out the inside.
Yeah.
All that's supposed to come out. That's a regular maintenance thing.
That's fine.
Totally good.
Everything's
Totally
fine.
Good. Totally good.
Have I had to drag the torches out yet?
You haven't had to use the torches for a single thing yet.
Exactly. That's the big plus. If I don't have to use the torches, that's a great thing.
It's at this point in the repair that I should probably introduce you to the main players involved. This is Rob. Rob is a former Toyota mechanic and our resident expert on replacing Toyota frames.
I've done probably a couple hundred frames on Toyotas.
That's why Rob's helping us with this.
This is Dom, who may have come a little late to the party, but is a Ford Senior Master Certified Mechanic and is basically an all-around repair genius. And then there's me.
That's a motor.
I'm the guy that breaks shit and has to call the boys.
Chad can't be trusted with anything that's not highly fixable. If there's a way to break it, Chad will break it.
What happened with these things?
Generally on these, what happens is salt and mud and crud get inside the box part of this frame right here. So you would never be able to see any of this, and then it literally rusts from the inside out.
Dirt and dust and mud and garbage laid in the bottom of this frame. And then over time it got moisture in it, and this just never can dry out, and it just oxidizes the steel from the inside out, rots it from the inside out. You can see the top of the frame where nothing lays on, it's all good, solid steel, it's fine. Nothing wrong with this. This is normal, this is normal. But where it lays in the bottom and on the inside, it's gone.
That's what's left of Chad's frame now. That's it.
Oh God! Set it there.
All right, guys, it is day 2 on this project. We have the truck completely apart. The old frame is cut into pieces, and we are getting ready to put the new frame under the truck, start putting stuff on.
Yep. Well, currently we have to get a couple bolts out of the leaf spring eyelets, and we also have to get some bushings out of the front lower control arms. Once we get those, then it's just literally putting pieces back on.
Put parts back on. All right, let's get going. Let's rock and roll.
All right. Yep. We're gonna start assembling the front,
Tight's right and too tight's broke. I don't know. If it's warranty, I torque it to whatever the spec says.
so that way we can get the motor in, and while Dom's assembling the front, I'll be working back here, get our tire carrier in, spare tire hoops, and then once we get the motor in, get the exhaust in, then we're going to lower the cab, put the bed on.
We're gonna do some motor work before we put the cab back down. Fighting that over there?
I was for a second, and then I told it who's boss. My wife.
Yep.
Yep.
What do you want to do for the rest of the night? What's the plan for the rest of the night? I don't know how you're feeling, but I'm getting a little punchy. Do you want to throw the cab down on it, or would you rather be completely and utterly ready to put the cab down on it tomorrow?
I'm fine with completely ready.
Completely ready
Yeah.
to everything except for literally lowering the cab.
Well,
and then we'll lower the cab in the morning.
Throw the fuel tank in,
throw the fuel
finish
tank
up
in.
the fuel. Well, let's throw the intake on, get this
get this
done.
done.
All right, boys and girls, it is day 3, and we are hopefully putting everything back together today.
Yeah.
So yesterday was getting the engine in. We had to do a little transmission work. That's why this took us a little bit longer than.
Yeah, we had to monkey around with the transmission a little bit from when we put the other transmission in last year and swapped the clutch. The pilot bearing that we put in was a piece of junk.
We're gonna finish this guy up, at least get it on its wheels and out of the garage.
Yeah, it'll be mobile by the end of the day for sure.
If we throw the master cylinder in, or the slave cylinder, then we can be done under here.
Sweet.
We're just gonna start it first to.
Let's see if it actually makes vroom vroom noises. Good enough for me. We picked it up and the bed didn't bust off the back half of the frame. You can stand under here now without risking death.
Nothing but the finest.
As we finish this up, I wanted to chime in one last time and let you know that if you want to see the time lapse in its entirety, there will be a link popping up right after you subscribe to the channel. So do that right now because you know I earned it.
2.5 days. That was it.
I mean, it was easier than I thought. It really.
I told.
This is a pleasure to work on.